weigh in on this, but Manuel was weighing in, Dale, as well, about, he just made one comment on our board, which is that my local Bank of America, they take walk-ins before telephone calls. If you have a branch, is it better to walk in? I mean, we tend to do all of our banking online and over the phone. And do you find it's actually better to do face-to-face?
Absolutely.
So even if you don't know anybody in your bank?
Even if you don't know them, by putting a person to that, it becomes more human. And people are emotionally going to tie into that and go, wow, this is somebody I really want to help. This is somebody who's, I mean, we sit here today and all of us, our hearts are, I'm sure, are breaking about all the people out there we're getting these emails from. They're saying, wow, I'm in trouble. We want to see them helped. The banker will have a much quicker response, I think, and much more likely to do something if they see a face.
Adam, do you find that? I mean, it seems like bankers have like the big bad banker, easy for me to say, big bad banker kind of reputation now. What are you hearing from them? Are you hearing any type of benevolence or any type of like, listen, we're going to work with our customers right now? I mean, what are you hearing as far as on kind of the ground level there?
Yeah, that's a great question, because the people in attendance here, about 1,000 people representing 400 community banks from the American Bankers Association, point out that they hate that kind of description of the big bad banker, and that applies to the people at the top of the food chain, again, the Citigroups and the Bank of Americas and the Wachovias, and then not to accuse them of being, quote, big and bad, but these bankers, I mean, we're talking about banks, you know, with $500 million on their books, and these are, again, the kinds of bankers who do what you would expect when they're underwriting a loan. You know, you got to put 20% down. They hold these loans. They don't securitize them. They don't sell them. So they don't think it's fair to be painting them with the brush that the bankers, what is it, 300 and something of the largest banks in the country, which have received money from the federal government, the people here, for the most part, have not gotten any of that money. And yet they have to work in the environment that's been created by those at the top of the food chain. They're not happy with that description at all.
I'm glad you're there to bring us that, because I think that's something that generally it's easy to think about.
The power or the influence of community bankers, again, who had been kind of almost neglected in some ways with all the differences